Good morning, everyone. It's morning. Speech is power. Speech is to persuade, to convert, to compare. To welcome to this 427th meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I am Toastmasters Lecturer, the Sergeant at Arms of today's meeting. I am Assistant Consultant at ECS. Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest provides supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication skills, resulting in greater confidence and personal growth. Let me explain some basic rules of this meeting. Please turn off your cell phones or set them on silent mode if you are not using it to join the call. Please mute your microphone unless instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Please keep your video on unless you have issues with bandwidth. Do not share screen unless it is instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Do not share screen unless it is instructed by Toastmaster of the day. Kindly refrain from movements unless instructed by Toastmaster of the day. You can use emojis, thumbs up, and claps to get throughout the meeting. For role players and especially for speakers, it is advised to pin the timer so that they can see the timer throughout the meeting. Maintain a broad smile throughout the meeting. So now let me introduce the president of the club, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. He is an engineer by profession and likes to work smoothly. What do you think? Thank you so much, Sucheta, Toastmaster Gujarat. I, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, the president of this club, declare this meeting as open. Now let us begin with our guest introduction. We seek someone who is a giving guest, so I would like to come on the, I would invite you on the stage and again Mr. Nikhil. You know how I want to come on this now. Hello everyone, my name is Deepm. I'm a second year student studying Bachelor of Management Studies at Pune College of Commerce. And I want to know about this class from my sister Nidhi. So, do we have any online guest? Can we see on screen?
We have one guest, Sneha.
Please, Sneha, would you like to introduce yourself? Yes,
Hello, good
Sneha,
morning,
would you
all
like-
of you. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I am Sneha and I am a PhD student. Now about to finish my PhD and I just came to know about this through internet. So just looking forward to learn a lot of things from this platform.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Sneha. We will make sure that all of this invite this. Now let us begin with the some small announcement that we are today. So for all the members and also for those who have joined recently, we would like to inform you that we will be having our club web conference on 19th of this month. So you will be receiving a email shortly this week through which you can respond and say that I would like to participate in the content. The eligibility for table topic contest is that member who is studying which you all are, and for ISC contest, you need to complete minimum 2 levels of any of the 11 parts. So these are the small announcement that I have made. Now let us begin with the meeting. But before that, I would like to know how many of you seen a movie called The Waterfall? Anyone? Okay. Any guesses what you could do? The waterfall. Okay, let's make it really easy. How many of you have seen soccer or at least cricket? Yeah, all of them. So usually there is someone during a 5 minute break or 1 minute break, he comes to the ground and then water for the people who are playing in the ground. Like the ones who are actually playing there, and he comes over there and he gives water to them, even drinks. It's a water, but drinks. So this is what a water boy does. So when you watch that movie, initially I thought that this is what my character looks like. When I was in the college,
In the first year, I wanted to participate in the cricket and I nominated myself. And somehow I got into the 50-member team. But the competition was really high. And for the first year, I did not get chance to even participate in any of the cricket match. So I was more like a salesman here. I was even bothered to all the players who were playing the cricket match. And I used to feel bad that I want to play this cricket game. I am actually good at it, but I am not getting the chance to. Next year, I got some other chance to play Avadhoot. And during the last year, I got the chance to be the part of the team and also be the vice captain of that cricket team. The thing that I want to share with you all is that whenever we start something at initial moment, it is a small step that we have to take. We might be discouraged in the starting, but it's important that we keep on taking the step go forward. That is the only message that I would like to continue with you all. Now, it's time for me to introduce you to the host of today's meeting. As we are having a speakathon. Speakathon is a meeting where there are long speeches and superb evaluation delivered towards the end. To add at the host of today's meeting, we have someone who is the profession, a project manager, and he likes playing chess. So let's welcome Toastmaster Raghavendra on stage with round of applause.
Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good morning. How many of you remember your birthdays and breakup dates? Almost all of you. It's always it's memorable to remember. We are memorable our first day. I also remember till this day my first day and breakup. After performing various short roles like timer, counter, sergeant, but at that time, my beauty education, those master monthly gave me finally my icebreaker speech slots. With my full excitement, I started preparing for my speech and spent whole week of preparing. I opened my AI website this time, opened my project, printed out that 25 page project, read full throughout it. There was also additional sheet for preparation where you can write down your opening, your body, your transition, again your body transition, and in conclusion. I prepared that sheet, sent out to my mentor, Toastmaster Shiva, and you gave me some feedback. I incorporated those. I again started preparing. Saturday night, I was unable to speak due to jitters of my first speech. And in Sunday, there was my speech time. With my blurry eyes, I came to the meeting. Everyone welcomed me. And with full nervousness, you must have felt nervous with your first with full nervousness when Toastmaster of the day called me, Toastmaster Raghavendra came, please come and deliver your speech. I delivered my speech. It didn't went as far I thought. Because of nervousness and I was full of enthusiasm. I delivered 6 minutes speech in 7.5 minutes speech. I written down so many things I had to human to my I was very updated about my stomach and very single and very so everyone laughed about that, but and also because of my excitement and energy, there were so many hours and I was speaking at so much at such a pace. Very few will remember what I spoke. Still, I finished my speech in 7.5 minutes. Later, my evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin Doshi came and gave evaluation. It wasn't that like today, like at icebreaker, you don't do recommendation. He gave me some critical recommendation. Like you need to improve on your writing. You write 100 words, 110 words per minute so that you can deliver those things. Also prepare well arguments. I felt very miserable. So I felt that okay, I didn't deliver up to the bar. But later after the meeting, everyone came to me and said me you did very well. I later understand why everyone commended me. because it's okay to fail than never trying. I have seen so many Toastmasters who fail, who got Toastmaster, but take months to deliver their icebreaker speech. I hope none of you are one of them. And also it said that Toastmaster is best place to fail. Because here everyone is not judging you, everyone is helping you to improve. So when you fail, you get feedback of how you can improve. And later I recall one quote about it. मंजिल मिलेगी पर भटक कर ही सही मंजिल मिलेगी भटक कर ही सही गुमराह तो वो है जो घर से निकले ही थे गुमराह तो वो है जो घर से निकले ही After that, I didn't look back. I started three paths, complete or complete level one, one is level two, one is complete level three. Also won various club speak best speaker award at club meeting speeches. Today we have also six speakers who are also want to try and become better speakers. So without further ado, let's begin today's speakathon. So to help me in conduct today's meeting, for benefit of guests, let me describe today's program. Today we have three sessions. First is prepared session, where six speakers will be delivering various speeches from our educational program called Pathways. It will help you to develop certain competencies like vocal variety, body language, and various things. Later, second session is the evaluation session where senior members from our club will be evaluating all those speakers. And last, we have our general evaluation session where we will get the critical feedback about today's meeting conduct. To help me in conduct of today's meeting, we have two role players. First is our timer. To act as a timer, we have a software developer who likes reading and coding. Let's welcome Toastmaster. I request Toastmaster Ankit to present, introduce his role and rules of panel.
Good morning, President, Toastmaster today, Toastmasters and dear listeners. I'm Toastmaster Ankit, acting as a timer for this meeting. So I will help you guys speakers to qualify for the basic speaker role. And for this, like we have one icebreaker student. So for that, I will be showing the green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, red card at the end of 6 minutes. For other 5 speakers, I will be showing green card at 6 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. So all the previous speakers will have a grace period of 30 seconds to complete their speeches. For the invigilators, I will explain the main card at second minute and yellow card at second half minute, red card at the start minute. And they will also have a grace period of 30 seconds to wrap up their speeches. So best of luck to all the speakers to qualify for the best speakers.
To give us critical feedback about today's meeting, like we have a general evaluator. To act as a general evaluator, we have someone who works with operations with ASEC engineers. She likes to try new things. So let's hear about her, what is she trying nowadays, and general evaluator role and introduction. To act as a general evaluator, let's welcome Toastmaster Mantri.
Toastmaster of the day. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, it's a very good morning to everyone. I am Toastmaster Manjit and I will be acting as the general evaluator for today's meeting. My role is to evaluate the entire meeting in general. So I will be evaluating all the role players as well as the evaluators for today's speeches. Please note I won't be evaluating the speeches because they would be evaluated by the speech bank. That's it for my role. I will be coming back to the second. Over to you.
Thank you, Raghavendra. Now let's begin our Speakathon. It will give you glimpse of upcoming our international speech contest. How fierce and how quality speeches we will have. So I hope today's all the speeches will be similar like that. So our first speaker will be adapting speech from pathway dynamic leadership. Level 1, project 1, icebreaker. Mentor for speaker is Toastmaster Insiya and evaluator is Toastmaster Vikas. I request Toastmaster Vikas to tell objective about the speech. Okay, hello guys, Toastmasters. Yes, right. Nikhil, yes. So, so today, I'm evaluating Nikhil's sisters. So, if you're and he's delivering his icebreaker speech, right? And his hobbies are playing guitar and watching Netflix. I so that's what I'm doing. And the purpose of like your project is to so the member to introduce themselves and ourselves to the club and learn the basic structure of public. So icebreaker is very important to speak for anyone, any those masters. So best of luck, meeting. And to those master class. So I will introduce our next speaker. So without further ado, let's welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Nikhil. Speech title. Toastmaster Nikhil, never stop learning, Toastmaster Nikhil. Can anyone tell me who is the best teacher in this world? Can anyone promise? Best teacher in this world? I think life is the best teacher in this world. Life teaches us different lessons which help us become better version of ourselves. Good morning, area directors, president, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear listeners. Today I'm going to share some lessons I have learned from my life. I was born and brought up in Kogoli, a small town between Mumbai and Pune, 10 kilometers away from town. My father was teacher. My mother was working as a singer clerk in Kogoli and Pune. So in my childhood, we used all the time with my elder sister and like any other city traveler, we used to fight and all. In my childhood, when anybody used to ask me, what do you want to become in your life? I used to say, I want to become a doctor. So I took biology plus maths in 11th class. But in the first year, I came to know that biology is not biology. I can't remember those diagrams and those big terminologies. So in 12th class, I have left biology and I took geography. I took maths plus geography in 12th class. So I moved my ambition from becoming doctor to become engineer. Then I took admission for engineering college. In third year of my engineering college, three big MNCs have come for campus interview. Infosys, Cognizant, and TCS. But I could not even pass one entrance exam. And I was very sad because 60-70% of our class they got selected for the job interview and I did not have a job offer letter. So I thought I should also have been selected for the job. And I was very sad. Then what company came that is consistent and I got selected for that company and I was really happy. It was one of the happiest moments of my life because I got selected. So I think we don't understand the value of happiness unless we have sadness in our life. We are happy
because there is sadness in our life. Happiness exists because of sadness in our life. So after getting selected in persistent, I became a little bit irresponsible about my studies. And I still remember I did not go to one of the unit test exams when I was in last year of my engineering college. And because of that, I got, because, not because of that, but because of recession in 2008 and 2009, I got rejection letter from persistent. And I was very sad. I thought, no, it's a nightmare. It was, and I still remember I could not sleep for a couple of days. And so I think if we not reach our head, then the rejection will definitely strike your heart. So it's very important to learn to accept the rejection, to accept failure in our life. Then I started my corporate career in 2009. I joined Reliance Communications, then I moved to Tata Communications. Then I joined Infosys back. I came back in 2015 and I joined Vodafone. On 2nd 2018, uh, I took my wife to the hospital and she was taken to the labor. And after some time, doctor came and he said, it's a good. I think that is best moment of my life. If someone asks me to define what is the love at first sight, I would say it was the moment when I took my daughter in my hand and she was looking at me with her tiny, beautiful eyes. I felt like time stopped. I felt very special. I felt proud. That was the best moment of my life. I would define that as a love at first sight. When I was learning guitar, I heard that it should not take more than 3-4 months to learn guitar. It should not take 3-4 months to learn guitar. So, what can you tell me if we want to learn something new? What is important in our life? If you are learning something new, passion is very important. Passion is very important when we are learning something. But I was very passionate about learning guitar. But still, I was not able to learn after 3-4 months. So I think one more thing is very important. When we learn something, that is practice. But I was practicing also. I was practicing 3-4 months. Sometimes I used to practice it a midnight also. But still, I was not able to learn guitar 4-5 months. So I think when we learn something new, there is one more thing which is very important. Because when we learn something new, we face a lot of failures. And failure is nothing but learning how to win the game. So I think patience is also important when we learn something new. And I will start practicing passionately and patiently. And finally, after 7 months, I was able to learn guitar. So few months back, when I joined new company, game manager, I faced a lot of failures because of my public speaking skills and communication skills. And first time, I went to internet and searched how to improve communication skills, how to improve public speaking skills. And then I came to know about Toastmasters Club, and I joined Toastmasters Club. And I will embrace this 3P for my passion, practice, and patience during my Toastmaster journey. And I believe that one day I will become a very good public speaker. And I'm glad to conclude my speech with beautiful point about life that never stop learning because life never stops teaching.
Toastmaster Raghavendra, you are not audible. Can you please unmute yourself? Hello? Toastmaster Raghavendra, you are not audible.
I'm not able to hear.
Zoom master, can you or ask somebody from the room to unmute?
That's what I'm trying to do, but let's see what happens. Let me try.
With dynamic leadership, development project two, writing speech with purpose, salary with long Speech actually, who is stealing my appraisal? Mentor is Toastmaster, touch those anywhere, is Toastmaster data side. I request Toastmaster data side to read out the speech objective.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Hello, good morning, everyone. So, speaker is attempting Pathways Dynamic Leadership, Project 1, Level 1, Project 2, and timer please note, time is 5 to 7 minutes. Purpose of the speech. Purpose of the speech is to learn basic methods of writing speech with a defined purpose and present a well-organized speech on any topic. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Toastmaster data side. Speaker is component in your presentation. She likes to explore with things and listening to songs. He is Toastmaster since January 2023. Let's welcome Toastmaster Devai Nikhil. Toastmaster Devai Gurbe, who is stealing my appraisal, who is stealing my appraisal, Toastmaster Devai.
Thank you. Damn, it got my appraisal. This is what I want you to say. Good morning, Mr. President, Area Director, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and your guests. How many of you are from the sectors? A lot of, most 70% of Toastmasters are from foreign. So, you can easily relate with these situations. There are different types of employees in every organization. I will just explore few of them here. So the first category of employees is the freeloaders. They don't care about their project, but care about their money. They are like money minded, salary minded. They only think about their hike of salary and not about their tasks and projects allotted to them. So how they behave during their appraisal meeting. I will just illustrate one conversation. And one of my friends falls in this category. I have just changed her name because of personality is. So how the conversation went? So, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Ma'am, I'm going to resign as this company doesn't give me any importance. Suti, you are saying this since last 2 years, so it's okay. But this time I am serious, ma'am. And you don't say me that you will be match my salary with my offer letter. As I had already made up my mind with that. Suti, just tell me about your accomplishments. Ma'am, just don't, you are just not believing in me. I will say, no worries, I will send you my offer letter along with my resignation to you. So, if I get some good appraisal, then I will think of staying back. But the chances are very low as I had made up my mind about switch. So thank you for your suggestion. And you can give out. Seriously, can I? So, yes, you can leave now. And the remark from the manager is Survey got fired. The next type of employees are the hard workers, which not only think about the salary, but think about the works. And they are the hard workers. So they are stay back, work overtime, and get their work task done, get their project done. at any cost. So there are also for one of my colleagues also got serious category. They had serious name. So the situation is like otherwise I have been late here for 2 minutes as I was completing a very important project. As you know, Rohan is off today and Silpa is not feeling well. So I was doing everyone else's work. So because of that, I was late here by 2 minutes. So Karthik, just tell me about your past accomplishments, past year achievements. So Karthik, can I raise one issue before that? Yes, Karthik. Go ahead. So, ma'am, it's related to our shift times. So, Karthik, I cannot do anything with that. As our shift timing is 10 to 6, which makes 8 hours. And it's according to company policy. So, I cannot reduce that. Ma'am, you are misunderstanding me. As I am not asking you to reduce that. Reducing. So, our shift timing is 10 to 6, which makes total 8 hours. And from the 8 hours, 1 hour goes for lunch, 1 hour goes for smoke breaks, and on top of that, 1 hour goes for tea and coffee breaks. So our work hours reduces to 5 hours for the productive hours. So I'm suggesting that if we make our shift timings 9 to 7, then after reducing 10 hours, we can get to 7 hours to work on our projects and we can work on our productivity. But Karthik, instead of suggesting me, just tell me about your accomplishments. And then Karthik explains about his past year accomplishments. And Karthik got a 50% hike for that. The next category of employees is the entrepreneurs one. These are who not groups for the money or not the hard workers. These are the smart workers and which are doing their work smartly. And they overcome the limitations of the hard workers and the freeloaders. So every company needs this type of people. And very few are present in the theory of limitations. Apart from that, there are a lot of different types of employees like complainers, flatterers, overachievers. So, what we can let's come to the point. Who is stealing our money? No one. It's you responsible for it. So, what we can do to achieve it, or what we can do to get our appraisal as per our wish. So, I will illustrate some points or suggest some points so that no one will steal it from you and you will achieve it. So, the first one is be clear about what you want. Do you want a raise, a promotion, or do you want a genuine feedback for your performance, or do you want something else? So be clear about that. Choose the right time. Choosing the time is very essential for everything. So instead of choosing the busy time of your manager, you choose the correct time so that your manager will focus on your performance and will give full attention on your accomplishments. Then the next one is be specific. Be specific about your accomplishments and give the concrete examples about your accomplishments rather than giving her. Then the next one is prepare beforehand. If you take some time to prepare your accomplishments and areas of improvements and weaknesses so that the appraisal process makes it easier, goes smoother. And then the next one is be positive and stay focused on your. It's easy to get distracted by the feedback from the manager. So it's more important stay focus on your goal and on big picture. And last but not the least is thanks to your manager for their input and time and promise that you will improve on your feedback. So it will bridge good bridge. It will Build a good relationship between you and your manager, and it will help your professionalism. So, are you ready for your appraisal? Yes. Thank you for
One thing about that is like when employee gets, he thinks he got the raise, and when employee gives it, he thinks hey, you don't want what is the it's always confusion. So let's pause 30 seconds for to write feedback about the speaker. You can use any sheet available with you or take a small part of agenda to write down and give in between the break or after the meeting. So let's look at our third speaker. The speaker will be attempting to speak from pathway dynamic leadership, level 1 project 2. Write speech with purpose. Speech title is create creative life and share. Speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. The evaluation for the speech is Toastmasters and is the request of Toastmasters to read out the topic of the speaker.
Good morning, everyone. My target speaker today is Sucheta, Toastmasters Sucheta. She will be attempting her second speech from the dynamic leadership pathway. And the purpose for the reason she's giving the speech is she has to deliver a speech which has some purpose. It can be anything. Well, let's see what she has to offer and what is the purpose of her speech. Thank you.
Speaker is R&D lead at profession. She likes reading books, dancing, and learning new things. So let's welcome our next speaker, Toastmaster Sucheta Mishra. Toastmaster Sucheta Mishra, creative language share, creative language share, Toastmaster Sucheta Mishra.
On a silly Sunday morning, my doorbell rang. Then I opened the door. An elegant, beautiful 55-year-old woman came to my door. Morning, Sucheta. Morning, Auntie. How are you doing? She said, please welcome. No, I just wanted some old friend. I said, what? I wanted to request you to please come to my house for 5 minutes as my husband wanted to see you. Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests. Despite of sharing the same building together, we hardly cross paths with our neighbor. When I was also increased, why her spouse wanted to meet me. I advised. I accepted the proposals. Prompted by my respect for the elderly neighbors, I entered into the house. I was struck by the interiors and the piece of the resistance with the beautiful chandelier. And meanwhile, my auntie introduced me to the husband. He is sitting bedside the hall. To my dismay, he is my uncle, Carbo, laying down on a bed. I rushed towards him. His body is 50% paralyzed, and he is not able to move. Auntie told me he is in that situation since last 5 years. He, Uncle Carbo, and me share a good moment together. Because my understanding, his understanding is same. Miss Carbo next to me. Every morning we share a thought. So I was devastated with the news that he's paralyzed and he's not able to do it. Just in the heartbroken, I held his hand and I asked for the well-being. How are you? He said, I didn't say it. Just rolled his eyes. As he's trying to say, look what happened to me.
I see very bad. 10 years to advice. Then please, put me on the sofa and set him sleeper so that I can talk with him. He still also, he was laid on the sofa, I sit on him so that we can communicate because he cannot move his head properly. So I was trying to talk to him. I was smiling, trying to smile and say, I was feeling so pity and I was just saying, how are you, uncle? He just smiled. And then he tapped his sticks 2 times. So, can you make a tea for me? Yes, he wants to. Why he wants me to make tea? But I obeyed. I stood up. Then again he left. One made the sugar. Then I turned back and we shared a good laugh together. And we transported back to 2018, where in my party, in a good morning, he greeted me, good morning, Sucheta. Said, good morning, uncle, how are you? Hey, you seem so happy. What has put you in such a good mood? Uncle, I did a good thing. I did a blast in this morning. What you did? I don't want to share. But share it. No, I wanted to listen. So, I'll share it with you. Today morning, my Sasuma asked me to make second time tea. And as a good babu, I gave her, offered her a very good tea for her. He said, what you asked for? I offered a good tea because she's asked me in the 11th hour. So I intentionally missed the sugar, cardamom, ginger. And I don't know whether it was tea leaves or not, but I offered her. And then she scolded me and I heard her so many times. And he chuckled at my story. Grown up, spoon planted. Oh, not at all, it's okay. And then he says, did her scolding hurted you? I said, nah. It entered into my ears with 20 km exited on my I-20 with 120. I'm okay. And then we laughed together. He gave me the high five. He said, grown up. And I said, no, it's not the right time. But we have to go far. Then we just head down the beaches. Oh, we shared such a good memories with him. I learned a lot from him. I shared a good laughter around him. But now the situation came where he really called me to refresh those moments. He can get some smile from the body. Today I really want you to say, our life never give you a chance to create, live, and show. So just catch those moments in your regular life routine and create those moments in a refreshing, happy way and live them and share with others. It's like 10 minutes to do. It's all. Thank you for listening.
What's a wonderful speech? Right, to start the speaker. So let's pause for 30 seconds to write down the feedback from the speaker. I want to let you know the questions about. So let's welcome our speaker first. He will be attending speech from Pathway Dynamic Leadership, Level 1 Project B. Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. Speech title is Misunderstanding. With timer please note down, time is 5 to 7 minutes. Mentor for the speaker is Toastmaster Raghavendra, myself. The elevator is Toastmaster Article. I request Toastmaster Article to lead on the the speaker whom I'm going to evaluate, the civic training is not my target senior. He is the one whom I'm going to evaluate. He is a Toastmaster and his speech objective is to present the speech of any topic and use local variety or country language and just talk about. I wish all the Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmasters. Of course, speaker is protected by profession. He likes playing carom and watching YouTube. Let's welcome Toastmaster Avadhoot. Toastmaster Avadhoot, misunderstanding. Toastmaster Avadhoot.
Can anybody from online help me whether I'm not visible online? Anyone is hearing us or some? Any signals? No signals. Yeah. They would be hearing us. Hi guys. First of all, one question from me. How many of you experienced misunderstanding due to blunders happen in your life or any incident due to misunderstanding? You can say miscommunication or lack of communication. Anyone? I think everyone have maybe gone through this. I have one incident in my life, so I'm going to say that. Good morning, signing officer, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmasters of the day, and dears. Back in 2006, one of my friends, Prashant, his grandmother passed away due to very old age, and to give consolation or sympathy to his family, my mother and my relative so much. She, my mother's age only. They both went to Prashant's house to meet their family. Right now, few hours, here, the son of Sumar came to my house and said, "Hey, do you have a number of Prashant's house?" Then I told, I don't have his house number, but I have a mobile number of Prashant. So he told me that, can you give a message to me that my mom's brother has been to meet her and ask her to give me immediately from there. Okay. Then I called up to the Prashant. I was hearing some background noise. So I asked him a question. Are you upset? I hear some background noise with you. Then he told that, yes, I'm in market. Anything concerns. Then I told him, Prashant, can you do one thing? Can you call your mom? And that Suman Auntie's brother has came. And okay, that's I told him. And here I give a question. The starting point of this incident. All this line in my regional language because I was talking regional language in the Prashant. Suman talking Sanskrit and small language. Okay. He heard that Suman का अपने भोग वाले हैं. I didn't hear that. Oh my God. He passed the same message there. Okay. You can make a picture now. My mother, Suman actually is sitting or meeting there his family and his family is sitting around, all around. They are talking how it happened to the grandmother, what she see and all that. And suddenly they got on the news that Suman's brother has passed away. Literally, the situation changed. Now, Suman auntie is crying loudly, and another family was giving consolation to her. It's happened, it's not in our control, all those things are happening, totally dramatic. And one of the smart member of person's family remembered that Suman auntie has two brothers. And he asked me, Suman auntie, you have two brothers, right? And she has because she was emotional, started crying. So she asked Prashant for back, his brother has passed away. Then I got a call from Prashant after 5 minutes. Prashant, see, now he is genius. He just asked me, oh, his brother. She started crying loudly and you can imagine the picture of what happened. So she my mother and she's there immediately from there and came to her house, my place,
And as soon as she entered into her house, she saw her brother sitting on the chair. She started crying again. It's a child of years and started laughing parallelly. I am sharing this incident today because it ended, on a funny note. Correct. There would be a chances of something could have happened to the serious to that human army because of hearing that news. Fortunately, it was my good time. Nothing happened, and but I take a serious in or take a that. See, I know maybe person has heard me totally. Maybe what I told A and he heard B, and I take responsibility that I should not blame him. But I do not blame him on this incident. I take the responsibility that I could have explained him, in a better way. What if I told Prashant Sumanatli that her brother is came to meet her? I just missed that, and the totally incident is going in a wrong way. So, in our life also, you always tend to blame others. Okay? And especially when you are talking on the telephone, it happens that you are trying to say A, the other person is hearing B, and he understood the same. So what I started doing that whenever I am giving any important message, especially on telephone to the other enemy, I ensure that he understand the thing what I am told. I try to get verification because I don't want to this happen again with anyone. And when I am a listener, I try to re-verify from my side whether I have not heard correctly. There is a chances that you also can hear different things, right? So in our corporate life also, sometimes happens that concept people are cracking any joke and our offshore team is sitting. This gets this runs. Very the context. Okay. Some people who bad joke in onshore team they don't understand. The biggest plan for your plan. It was real situations. So it happens in life. So at least whenever you are passing an message, second time try to re-verify and try to recall the same thing and explain other things. Okay? And make sure that you are doing the right thing what you have to do. That's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Let's pause for 30 seconds. Write down feedback for the speakers. Next speaker will be attending project from Pathway a sales influencer. Level 1 project 4. Evaluation and feedback form. Title of the speech is chicken or the egg. Timer will not the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Evaluator for the speech is Toastmaster Movie. I request Toastmaster Movie to read out the objective speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra. My today's speaker, Toastmaster Deep, is completing his, his fourth project in the pathway, and the purpose of the project is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback in a second speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Raghavendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Movie. speaker, farmer, this is here, progression. He like play harmonium and meditation. So, deep which method the chicken or the chicken or the egg method? Just to check what is problem. So understanding our all, Mr. President, Area Director, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guys who are there with us today. So let me ask you a very tricky question today. For a lot of people here that have time now. The question is, what came first? What came first? Is it the chicken or is it the egg? Probably you might have read this question, your childhood, or maybe in your students, wherever. What came first, whether it's a chicken or egg? What do you think? So you can just raise your hand. The people who are with chicken, please raise your hand. Okay. So you think that chicken came first, right? Okay. So egg remaining on. Still, you can just show your hand. Just show your hand. Okay, great. So understanding it's so skeptical, right? And I think that taught me that something that I want to share right now today on this platform must be a helpful for you. It will be insightful for you. Because in my couple of minutes, I'm going to resolve this puzzle. What came first? There's chicken. Suppose it's a chicken in my left hand. Suppose it's a egg in my right hand. So as I understood, 50% it's a chicken in my left hand, 50% is a egg. Right? So I think it's really need to be understood in what came first. And I will try to elevate and focus on this topic with my particular talk ahead. So let me start with one quick story, but with disclaimer. I want to have disclaimer because it's very, very personal. It's going to be it's my first love story. And that's why I said disclaimer. So out of this meeting or out of this hall, please don't take it on. I know it's recorded, but still, I hope it's recorded. Why that? So with the expectation, what happened was year 2000. So it was the year when I was studying my 10th standard. 10th standard. So in that standard, there was a proposal to be by a beautiful girl. Of course, she was a beautiful girl in the class. She given me a learning. It was a era when there was no since it was when I was not structured and course, it was a daily learning discipline. I got it later, right? I don't know, I was becoming secretly and one day, yeah, a big message. And of course, I had some pause. There was some, you can say, butterflies in my mind. But still, I had some reflection because now it was a chicken and eggs. It was a girl. It was a great day. It was a girl, a beautiful girl who proposed me openly. I love tea. And it was my great day, which will decide my career ahead, which will decide my whole lifetime, which will decide my whole journey of life. So, what do you think? What may I have chosen? Chicken or egg? Girl or great day? What do you think? What's happening? Go. Please raise your hand. Let's go. Acha, how many of you thought that chicken just girl and not my great? Okay, that's good. So next time, thank you again for the feedback. This time, I will say I'm not reaching. Frankly, I chosen great time for which I have seen getting lesser heights. Doctors have chosen great. But the big reason was that my priority in my priority in my life, what I have thought, my parents thought as a career to live in life, it was to study
to be sincere in the studies, of course, and take pass with the great achievements, of course. And so I want to career that and every time of that I have to reject that goal. Somehow it's very hard. Because and that thing still reminds me some one of time when I was I came in alone. I think that why I have rejected, but still I again felt that I have chosen my egg. In fact, right now I'm good in a position when it comes to my career. Right now I'm a doctor. I'm a pharmacist, and so that is just like me. Coming to the second point, which is actually my technique. That is, it's all about the diet. So basically, this chicken and egg is a metaphor. It's a metaphor which suggests or which emphasizes on a point that in your lifetime, forget about lifetime, just 24 hours in a day, you will get across many perfect situations and things where you have to choose this or that. So it's a chicken and egg situation always in the we have to choose the one which will help us to attain our actual goal, our purpose, our aim. And that's how we have to understand, we have to always choose either chicken or egg. And in the take-home message again and again, what we have to focus here and the end of it here that over time, prioritization is a key leadership principle. It's not a simple choosing chicken or egg is one of the leadership principles. The one who is good in priority prioritization will become a good leader or maybe a executive. And this will also connect with the and by Dr. Stephen Covey, which is talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people. In that, his second highly effective habit is having end in mind. So having end in mind means you are aware about what it is. You are aware about your chicken and egg. So we talk about that for basically more.
If I have one question, if chicken is boiled, then how can we lay egg? If there's one chicken egg. It doesn't matter the people of the both are quality things.
How many ever girls there are? Deep, what happened to that girl afterwards?
Yeah.
And what happened to you after seeing? Yes. This video should be go viral. Yes.
Yes. Say our next kids. The next people look at the tree, compartment in plan. Level 2, take 3. In the center Toastmaster medicine. Title of the speech. The timer please not down. Time is starting 7 minutes. In the center of the speech is Toastmaster medicine. Let's start the Toastmaster. Presiding officer, area director, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and their guest. Very good afternoon. Objective of speaker Toastmaster Insiya is for member to clearly define how Toastmaster envision the mentoring and share her experience as a creative, how mentor has created an impact or the importance in her Toastmaster journey. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Insiya. Thank you.
the speaker is therapist by profession. So you can during therapy session. She likes mandala coloring and photography. Let's come Toastmaster. The moon Toastmaster Insiya.
Hello. Hello, I am your mentor. Hello, I am your mentor. If you think this was my first conversation with my mentor, then presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, a very good morning. How many of you remember your first conversation with your mentor? I can see who stood there. I also remember it very vividly, very properly, because the conversation was as unique as we both are. So, before moving ahead, explaining and digging in what my mentor was all about, first let me give you a little bit of backstory. So, I was a Toastmaster back in 2012. I was 17, a little young girl. It's not that I'm not young now, but young then. And I didn't know anything about Toastmasters. I just knew that I have to come on the stage and give a speech. But then I came to know that it's not only about that. There is more to it. And I was a little afraid that how am I going to do all alone? And then I was assigned with a mentor which I chose. So I was in my mentor, and I chose somebody whom I was mesmerized with when I saw him speaking. And then I was relaxed that I am not the only one to deal with all the projects that are going to come away along the time. And my mentor helped me how to talk, how to achieve leadership goals, and that is how I completed my CC manual, component communication manual. But after that, I took a long break, and then I came to Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. And then again, I got an option of choosing my mentor. Though he didn't wanted to be my mentor, that is a different story. But I somehow manipulated him into becoming my mentor. Now you all will be thinking who I'm talking about. But before giving his name out loud, I'm going to first tell you how he has helped me. I know that is a little difficult question to answer in a 5 to 7 minutes speech, but I will try to do justice. I will want you all to be alert because I will want you all to guess who my mentor is in the end of the my speech. I will be showing you some initials of his name, and I will also be telling you what he's taught me from that initials. Okay? So the first initial is C. Now, when I say C, the first thing that he's taught me is to be creative. I have been applauded a lot for my creativity, but I have learned it from him. His speech titles, his way of conducting Toastmaster of the day, his role play conducting, this taught me how I need to be creative. And I thank him for all the creative side that I have. The second is H. Horrible. Sorry. You so humor is something that I have learned from him. If you take his any speech or his any address or his role play introduction, you can see that there's a pinch of humor in his speech. And that has motivated. I really thought that humor is one of the difficult things to add in a speech. But he has helped me how to add that pinch of humor in my speech as you can see. Now, A. With A, appreciation. Who does not like appreciation here? I love appreciation and attention, by the way. But appreciation, he's always been this person who's appreciated me for whatever speeches I have given. Not only appreciation, but a good critical feedback. I call him as my biggest cheerleader because he's always there to cheer me up, to show me how to do it better. And nagging. Yeah, I know that's true. How a mother nags her son to do this, to get up in the morning, early in the morning. He is this person who has been nagging me to take up roles, to do my speeches, to complete level 2, to participate in the contest, everything. And if you, my mentees, if you think I am nagging, he nags the most. So I have learned that from him. D. Dedication. I think this is one of the most important things. A dedicated Toastmaster. I have learned how you can be dedicated, not only towards our club, dedication for all the clubs in our area. He is always there when you need to take a role. He is always available. He's so dedicated to the whole journey of Toastmasters, and that is one thing which I have learned from him. Are rich. No, he's not rich. Reachable. Reachable. He's very reachable and accessible. I always forgot how to do this. I don't know how to use easy statement. I've always been calling him for that, and he's always been there for me. And I think this is one of the most important qualities that a mentor should have. And last but not the least, age, an amazing friend. So with time, we have evolved from a mentor-mentee relationship to an amazing friendship that I have with him. We have become friends and we've become people who we look out for in difficult situations. So any guesses who that person is? Yes, that is none other than our president, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, who we all call it as Chandra, the moon. So, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar is the moon who has guided me through the darkness of my Toastmasters journey. That the darkness is the procrastination that I have, inhibition, fears. So, thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, to be the moon to my darkness.
So now we have to call for clarification. Right now, I have been very much Chandra. He was very from here to here to start on scene. To see now, I guess that we should be after मेरा बेटी हो गए exactly so now we are done with today's teachers. Let upload once again for all the papers. I request those who are I'm about to ready to load still there is no time of all the speeches and who are qualified for the voting. Yes,
Toastmaster Nikhil took 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Toastmaster Devai took 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Toastmaster Nikhil took 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Toastmaster Devai took 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Toastmaster Sucheta took 5 minutes and 1 second. Toastmaster Avadhoot took 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Toastmaster Deep took exactly 7 minutes. And Toastmaster Insiya took 7 minutes and 29 seconds. So qualified speakers are Toastmaster Nikhil, Toastmaster Sucheta, Toastmaster Avadhoot, Toastmaster Deep, and Toastmaster Insiya. Over to you.
For the annual qualification, transport for this speaker, and he said Toastmaster Nikhil are the in voting Kannada. So how we are going to so okay, fine. So I request everyone close your eyes and keep your head down. I will call the name of the speakers. Can raise your hands. One, two, what come. So first, okay, for first speaker, Toastmaster Nikhil. Please raise your hand to cast your vote. For second speaker, Toastmaster Sucheta. Please cast your vote. Thank you. For next speaker, Toastmaster Avadhoot. Please cast your vote. For next speaker, Toastmaster Deep. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Insiya. Thank you everyone. We'll take forward. So let's have a quick time check. Time right now, 12:17, and we are
Ahead by 4 minutes.
ahead by 4 minutes. So we have 4 minutes of time. So until then we can play some game. But I think we can have is about a freedom leader where one person can start at 2 as a kind of thing, and you will pass throughout the room and complete one story kind of thing. So let's begin with Toastmaster Sucheta. We can have any situation if you have to from audience any situation you want to suggest. Sorry,
I was going to Kannada, so
The guy that came and handshake me. How does this traveling so for the long walk?
After going for a long walk, we both were constipated. At the condition, I started running.
After running, I realized that I had forgotten Toastmasters meeting. I also shared the same thing with Tiger and I decided to attend Toastmasters meeting. I heard my mother treating me as a
When my mother woke me up from that dream, I thought of
While I was running, I saw 2 tigers again coming.
So two of them were dressed like Indian also, and one of them was Toastmaster pretending to be the tiger over there.
I saw fox also coming.
And when I saw the box coming towards me, I thought that I should reach him from dinner. Then, yes. I get like I wake up first. Already. After seeing the box, I don't start running. After all that happened, I decided I should not watch After watching all that, I decided I should not watch the it's a just watch it and
so what all animals that I saw in my dream or sometimes they also want to not exactly that animals. But it is a real or that idea of taking myself away in a situation where
challenges were there. So I'm trying to learn from challenges, not advice. Right?
I heard that both of them was are only to attend the masters, but it's still to get what they
Thank you. And we will take one and then leader of the city. So now we will take pause for 5 minutes and we will resume at 12:25. Good afternoon. I'm everyone has enjoyed Speakathon. It's all very full of fun and learning. As I told in my speech, Toastmasters is a place where we learn to get and improve our speech. For that, we have a imagination. Today, we have 6 we were looking all the speakers. So let's begin with our evaluation speeches. First speech by Toastmaster Nikhil is evaluated by someone who is a delivery manager in IT. He likes reading and writing. Let's welcome Toastmaster Vikas Mishra. For evaluating speech are 3 minutes. Toastmaster Vikas, evaluation speech one, evaluation speech one, Toastmaster Vikas. Okay,
Nikhil. I would say nice attempt and great attempt. Since this is the icebreaker and you broke the ice. So, and it is kind of representing ceremony for the world of speeches. So, I will congratulate you. You started with a question which gave attention to all the audience. And you were very confident for your icebreaker on stage. You were maintaining a calm expression throughout the speech. That was really nice, like you were so confident in this. Content was very mature. It was full of teachings of life. I may quote some like life is the best teacher. Ups and downs, which is called life. Accept the rejection positively. Patience is important and never stop learning because life always teaches. So this was a very mature content you brought. And the best part of your speech, which touched me, but analogy of love at first sight with holding your newborn. So I will say it was a great attempt and very well done. And details.
Toastmaster Vikas. Next speech by Toastmaster Devai is evaluated by someone who is a program manager by profession. He likes to read and watch movies. Let's welcome Toastmaster Tata.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. District Directors, Area Officer. Am I audible?
Just a minute. Yeah, it's coming.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Area Directors, Mr. President, fellow Toastmaster, Toastmaster of the Day, and dear guest. Good afternoon. What a fabulous speech by Toastmaster Devi. She has give us examples on the employee appraisals, which took me on my discussions with my management in the initial phase of my career. You have given 3 examples, starting with the employee and the manager conversation, and then you added additional 2 more examples. Then you concluded with the tips to the audience how you can plan your appraisals, and it is definitely going to help all of us to conduct our own appraisals. So overall, your speech was well organized, and it was well written with beginning, middle, and the conclusion. So on that part, if we look at the speech objective, you are uh, cleared that objective. Now I will come to the delivery part of it. First, the clarity in your language and your spoken language. So it was clear. On the connect with the audience, I have seen that audience was well connected, because I myself went back in my time to remember some of my discussions. So you were well connected with the audience when you were delivering the speech, and comfortableness with the audience, that also you were very comfortable. Finally, I'll come to the some of the improvements which I have seen is uh, related to your hand gestures and the movement on the stage, that can be improved further, and I'm sure you will check those and improve in the your upcoming speeches. Your vocal variety can also be improved in your upcoming speeches, like you were speaking with your uh, the employee and manager, so you could have used authoritative tone while speaking as a manager, and some different tone when while speaking as an employee, so that you can improve. So overall, well organized speech, you have taken further step into your Toastmaster journey. So congratulations on that, and all the best for your next speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
What the other time? On next speech, right? Next speech by Toastmaster Sucheta will be evaluated by someone who is working very late at common credit space. He likes listening music and real quality. These Toastmaster teams smart credit. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anish. Toastmaster Anish, evaluation speech 3, evaluation speech 3, Toastmaster Anish. Thank you, Toastmaster. Create, live, and share. Create memories, live memories, and share those memories. This was the message Toastmaster Sucheta wanted to give through her speech. Well, through her speech and through her story, the message was quite clear. Evaluate her. I use two-way approach. That is content approach, what good contents were there, and the delivery approach. Let's start with delivery. So in terms of delivery, the first thing I absolutely loved was voice modulation. When she started, there was I'm an articulate. Then there was the voice modulation going in the speech was absolutely okay. That is one part I absolutely love. Another part was describing things in a story. I am a big fan of storytelling, and I strongly believe that storytelling can be a good medium of giving a message. So the storytelling part which you use where you introduce the story, and after that feed into what exactly happened and the moments you captured and how that related. So that's very well. Another thing what I like was pauses, but here this is also a recommendation. After talking about the story, after talking about introducing the uncle, you took a pause. Probably the pause could have been 30 seconds to give that update. If they have a effect, but it could have been good. Moving on to the content part of it. Content, one thing. One recommendation that I would like to give is there should be more meat to this content. You get certain cases where
how the house was, you saw chandelier there, and you were feeling very good after looking at that chandelier. But something that is going to add more story, something that is going to add more value, or something that is going to take this message to next level. Another recommendation that I would like to give, commendation that I would like to give is the use of examples. Coming back at 20 kilometers per hour and moving at 120 kilometers per hour. Phrases like this stick in a story, and I would encourage you to use more of those phrases. To finally, I would say to bring your speech to next level, you have the content, you have to develop it further. You have body language, you have means of delivering it, but you have to bring everything one step upwards. And once you work on this, your speech will be transferred to the next stage. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anish. Moving ahead with our next evaluator. Next speech by Toastmaster Avadhoot. He is evaluated by someone who is program manager by profession and he likes meeting new people. We heard his introduction so many times, you all know who it is. It's none other than Toastmaster article. Evaluation speech for Toastmaster article. 400,000 years back, when there was an evaluation of fire. After that, people started using storytelling to share their ideas, to share their message. The same has been by this watcher also. The title of his speech was Misunderstanding. And to communicate misunderstanding, he used the concept of storytelling. He shared a story in which there was miscommunication. So overall, storytelling is a good idea to make others understand what you wanted to say. In terms of weaknesses that I have observed, that causes and communication is one of the important elements in any speech. And that was basically his speech. He started with question, but he didn't wait any sufficient time to get the answers from the audience and work on it. So pause was missing. Demise news should not be given with a happy face. Somebody in his story passed away, and that news was not coming with that facial expression how it should be. So demise should be in a certain way that it should not go good to others. Hand gestures was also something that I think important. In the entire speech, he used only two hand gestures. It was sometimes like this or something like this. Just two. When you are communicating to somebody on mobile phone, it should not be a movement because the way he was speaking like this, he was speaking like this. So I think in a speech when you are want to use the entire speech, you should be mindful while talking. So you are oscillating from one place to another place. I think it should have been avoided to make a better speech. And also all the time of his speech, he was kind of smiling. That should not be there. Depending on the content of the speech, depending on the idea, what point of time you should have a smile, you should have a kind of subtle face, or at what time you should be joyous enough. So these are the elements that were missing in the speech. And when you are using a vernacular language in your speech, and he said some purpose about in Marathi language. And what's the origin of the Marathi word that he said? These are things when the audience is so cosmopolitan. If you are looking at one word, please explain it in Hindi or English so that people can understand what you wanted to say. Even I can understand what was the that in Marathi. To summarize, storytelling was good, content was good, his words were convincing to understand what you wanted to say. The purpose of speech to misunderstood and the story behind it, around what idea you made it completely, was good enough. But to deliver the content was good, delivery is the improvement so that it can be more polished and can be unchanged to the listeners. And I hope you are taking this 11th page of sort and will work on this. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. Next speech by Toastmaster Deep. Toastmaster Deep is evaluated by someone who is clearly by profession. He likes running, cycling, and trekking, means all the physical ones. Let's welcome Toastmaster Mayuresh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for this introduction. So, did you get what was the first? What was first, the chicken or the egg? Did you get the answer for that question? Maybe yes, maybe not. But you definitely remember how the speech started, how it progressed, and how it was concluded. And that's what I will say is the success of my targeted speaker, Toastmaster Deep. From the beginning, he started a speech on a positive note and engaged the audience. But before engaging the audience, it was not like just a sudden attack. Like, so what happened this? What happened that? What came first? Not like that. He first introduced his theme a little gradually and then put the question forward. So before the question came to the audience knew what is going to come and what the theme is all about. So that was a very good point. And when he was on the stage, my targeted speaker appeared very confident. He was there as if he owned the stage, and that was a really good point. Now, as we come to the some improvements in his the strong points, there lie a little weakness, I would say, that while he was traveling on the stage, means, just going to and fro, then he was speaking, and it was appearing as if he is monologuing, and that monologuing was going a little further than expected. In my opinion, when we are giving a speech, it should be given keeping the audience in front, and he did an excellent part on that also. But most of the time, when he was going from one part of the stage to other, it was like he was just thinking to himself a little loud or speaking to himself. That monologuing, if he would have avoided and given a little more time to the audience, that would have really taken his speech to the next level. And apart from that, I think there was not much advice that I could give to my targeted speaker. He was appearing really great. And overall, I would like to say that the speech was very well written and it brought the theme from the beginning to the end. He began the theme with a question, chicken or egg, and then when he was concluding the speech, he concluded it all the round and brought us back to the question. That was really a good thing. One more thing which he could have done was that if he could have added some action point for the audience, then that would have been really great. But I think that would have that might have contradicted with the theme, so that's okay. Overall, a great speech, a great conclusion, well written speech, and I'd like to see my targeted speaker to come and speak more. Over to you, Toastmaster Raghavendra.
Thank you so much. Yes. Moving ahead, our next week, last week of the day, Toastmasters Insiya was evaluated by someone who is product marketing and profession and he area into directing. He liked working and playing cricket and listening to music. Let's welcome Toastmasters. Toastmaster Venkatesh, you will speak 6, you will speak 6, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra. What a great speech, Toastmaster Insiya. Wonderful speech. And there are certain aspects which I would like to comment here, which are very commendable in your speech. That is, you started your speech saying, "Hello, I'm your mentor. Hello, I'm your mentee." So now this has helped to set the context that your first step to start your conversation with your mentor. And that is an example to all members, new members who have joined the Toastmaster, that you have to start your conversation dialogues with your mentor on your own. Second thing is, you asked audience that how many of you remember your first conversation with your mentor? Now, this is a great way to engage audience by asking a question. You grab the attention of audience by asking a question. So kudos to you on that aspect. The third thing you said in 2012, I was a young Toastmaster. Yeah, see now. So it is a great way to add humor in your speech. The third thing you said that is H. H stands for horror. Oh, no, it's not horror. So this is a great way to engage audience by adding a humor in your speech rather than keeping your speech very serious. Now, this is very innovative way you have brought today, very creative way to introduce your mentor, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, and a very innovative concept that is the moon, and ultimately it relates with your mentor, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. Now, to take your speech to the next level, I have certain recommendations for you. The first one is, I did not fire in when you started your hello, I'm your mentor. When you talk about real estate, commissioners and plans to be made, so there should be some variation in the tone. Third thing is you can use the entire stage because this is the stage that you should be using your entire stage, by interacting with the audience and making eye contact with each and everyone present here rather than making eye contact with you. And the key recommendation which I have is we talk not to the one mentor and especially his introduction when you very innovative way. But you had a chance to share some aspects, some anecdote where he has helped you. Like you are not participating in the meeting, you are not taking a role where you are stuck with your Toastmaster journey, where your mentor has played a crucial role, even to nominate in the contest. That is one. And something, some aspect about your first mentor who has helped you to complete your CC manual. So these are the things you could have added in your speech. But overall, it was a great speech. There was a audience engagement, there was a humor, and overall it was really great. I wish you all the best if you incorporate this two recommendation in your speech. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Next, once again, let's upload all the calendar. Moving ahead, now check the camera.
Yeah.
Let's welcome time and Toastmaster Ankit to note the timings of all the events speeches and what qualified for the voting.
So the timer code for evaluators are Toastmaster Vikas 1 minute and 25 seconds. Toastmaster Tatya sir 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Toastmaster Anish 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Toastmaster Asutosh 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And Toastmaster Devai 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Toastmaster Venkatesh 3 minutes and 15 seconds. The qualified evaluators are Toastmaster Tatya Saha, Toastmaster Anish, Toastmaster Asutosh, Toastmaster Venkatesh, and Toastmaster Nikhil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. Now we will cast our vote for best evaluation speech. So we will have a voting similar earlier. We call the name and raise your hand whom you want to cast your vote. So first, Toastmaster Tata. Cast your vote if you want to vote for Toastmaster Tata. Thank you. Next, we have Toastmaster Anish. Please raise your hand to cast your vote. Okay, thank you. Please raise your hand to cast your vote for Toastmaster Ashutosh. Thank you. Please cast your vote for Toastmaster Mayuresh. And last but not the least, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Please raise your hand to cast your vote for Toastmaster Venkatesh. Thank you. Now let's have a time check. So we are out of time. Let's move ahead with our final section of today's meeting, that is general evaluators report. For that, I welcome our today's general evaluator, Toastmaster Manpreet.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Raghav. Area Directors, Toastmaster of the Day, Mr. President and fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a very good afternoon. So, how was the meeting? I see no energy here. How was the meeting?
Great.
Thank you for that response. So, just to clarify to the guests, our today's meeting format was a little different than what we have usually. Today's meeting was called a Speakathon because we had a series of speakers. But generally, we do have a session called Table Topics as well, wherein guests and any new member who joins the club are welcome on the stage to maybe speak off the cuff, and they are typically given a topic on the spot to speak. With that, let me just start with my general evaluation for the day. Now, I have two reports. Okay, one is quite light to keep the moment very lively and okay, and two, it is going to be very critical. Now, it is you who have to decide that which speech or which report should I deliver. Critical. Critical. Okay. Okay. Let's take a vote. The people who are in for a light report. Okay. The people who are in for a critical report. Alright. Now that I've been a member of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest for quite a few years now, I've seen the club perform at its best and probably at a time when it was struggling. And today, now that we've come back, started our physical meetings again, we want to take our club to a next level, right? So my report today would put emphasis on a lot of things that would help us take our meetings and our club. But it's starting with our first role play for the day, which was Toastmasters Toastmaster Nirzara. Was it your first role today? No. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's start with her report. She started meeting right on time, bang at 11 o'clock. She explained the rules and the mission of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest really well. She did keep check on everybody who was inside the meeting and outside the meeting. There was one thing that I noticed was she was using a script. So Toastmasters never say that you do not have to use a script to describe your role. It is always recommended that you have notes alongside so that you are doing well on your own. But to take your role on the next level, you could try and have a little more eye contact as you use your script. So every role player that comes onto the stage has a speech of it, right? Make the most of your time on the stage and consider it as a project and keep delivering it as a speech. So quite a recommendation for you would be having more eye contact with the people. Secondly, I think you missed out on the sequence of the salutation today. So we had a few area directors in the room. So we could probably check with the ExCom if we have somebody from the district attending the meeting and make sure that everybody in the meeting denotes them with the same format. But all in all, since it was a role that starts the meeting, you had set the pace really high. And it was a great start. Thank you. And let's talk about the budget. Next up is our timer, Toastmaster Ankit. He displayed the cards very well. He came up on the stage to describe his role, which was very crisp and very clear for everybody to understand. He also showed the cards as he was talking about his role, so that it's easier for everybody to know where is it that they have. Since we had a lot of speakers and evaluators for the day, mostly everybody in the room was playing a role. So it was very easy for everybody to understand when do they have to get the cards and schedule their speeches. There's just one point of recommendation for Toastmaster Ankit is that maybe he could try and sit in front so that it's easier for the speaker and the evaluator to see you, as well as can make use of the camera, which we do have a few role players playing the role. But except for that one point, you did your job really, really well. So please let's start for Coming to our next role player today, not really a role player, but somebody who's been constant for all the meetings so far and for coming meetings as well, our president Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. His address was as usual really motivating, encouraging, and he made sure that he included all the important announcements as a part of his presidential address so that he does not have to waste that time towards the end to re-mention this. So thank you, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, for that amazing and encouraging speech. Let's please applaud for our president. Coming to our main role player for the day, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raghav. I think when he started, it did take me back to his icebreaker speech that he first delivered when I was the VPN. I know he was struggling a little to find a speech slot, but the club was struggling a little to give speech slots back then because we had so many speakers coming and asking for roles. So great job done, Toastmaster of the day. I think you had a proper introduction. The meeting program was well defined in the beginning. Our agendas had no backouts. It was just the way it was. Yeah, and of course, all family energy throughout the meeting. Was it high, low, mediocre?
It was amazing.
So it was definitely high, and the due credit for the entire meeting goes to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Avadhoot. Next up, we have our evaluators today. So since it was a speakathon, we had 6 different evaluators. I would not be giving time to each evaluator a lot during my role time as well. But there are certain key points that I would like to mention that certain people did really well and something that they could have done in a better way. So all of the evaluators today, Toastmaster Vikas, Toastmaster Tatya Sahil, Toastmaster Anish, Toastmaster Ashutosh, Mayuresh, and Toastmaster Venkatesh. They all use CRC approach, which actually stands for commendation, recommendation, and which means the evaluation in itself is a speech, right? You have to divide it in a way that you commend the speaker on his or her speech. You give them a point of takeaway so that they can take their speech to the next level. And to summarize, you again commend the speaker. So I think except for Toastmaster Vikas, all the evaluators did follow the CRC approach. The only reason why Toastmaster Vikas did not follow was he was evaluating a speech which was an icebreaker. And it is not mandatory for him to recommend the speaker. However, you can go back to the speaker and recommend anything in case you have any feedback. And as they say, feedback is the basis for champions. I think Toastmasters is satisfied, and it is very important to give feedback to each and every speaker, irrespective of whether you are there in value. A few points that I would like to mention was for Toastmaster Ashutosh. I think in general, every speaker did abide by the objective of their respective speaker in their speeches. However, I noticed that Toastmaster Ashutosh, you were using the you language a lot, pinpointing to a speaker, which is not really recommendable, which is not very good way of delivering an evaluation speech. A point of takeaway for everybody could be if you are delivering an evaluation, please try and make sure that you deliver it in third language. Okay, so you do not have to say you were doing this in a right way or you were not doing this in a right way. Our speaker did this in a the speaker for the day spoke about this in a very nice. So make sure that everybody gives an evaluation in third speed, in third person, and always remember you are not evaluating the speed. You are evaluating the speech. So try and stick to the objectives, and rather than commenting on the person, let's comment on the speech going forward. Except that, I think we just had 2 role players who are playing the role online today, so which is a great job done. We had most of our players in cyber, which is a very good start for our physical meeting. So let's applaud for all the first today. to my next point that since we had just one role player or maybe two role players online, across for technical difficulties, we were not able to know what the two speakers who were online said. So that makes it difficult one for the jury to point out things and two for the speaker to take back things because we were hardly able to understand what Toastmaster Mayuresh said. So it is not for us, but for the speaker to take the recommendations back. Of course, Toastmaster Mayuresh can go back and give those recommendations to the speaker. But for everybody to know how it is going to be, let's try and make sure either we have all the role players inside the room, or if we have them online, we could do a better job with the technical aspects. Now, a few general comments. This is where I could be a little critical. I did notice that a lot of role players came in inside the room after the meeting started. So please try and make sure that we reach in the meeting room at least, if not 5, at least 10 minutes before meeting starts. I'll tell you why. One of the evaluators missed out on the name of the speaker, so it is very important to evaluators to come in the room and try and talk to the speaker before they deliver the speech. What it does is it gives the speaker also a little confidence that okay, they are on the right track, and just because they've talked to their mentor, they've talked to their evaluator, they've given their evaluation sheet to the evaluator, they are way more confident to come on the stage and deliver their speech. And that goes for all role players actually. Number two is we've been noticing a lot of crosstalks and moving while the speaker is speaking. Let's try and avoid that going forward. It is not just the ExCom who's responsible for it, but every member in the club should try and avoid. Okay. Next, I think Toastmaster Ashutosh rightly mentioned that there were a few anecdotes which were spoken in the regional language. Say, for example, Hindi and Marathi, which is completely fine to add that element of drama in the speech. But let's put in efforts to translate it literally for the non-Hindi speaking or non-Marathi speaking audience. So it is very important for the speakers to know their audience and translate whatever they speak in some other language. Next up is voting. I think if we really want to go paperless, that's okay. But for feedbacks, I really feel we should be having feedbacks just because it is very important for the speaker to take back some. So what it does, it gives you a subconscious sense that, oh, I have a feedback in my hand. And next time when they are writing their speech, they do consider those points. Since we take this 30 seconds of break, we can actually make it 1 minute for people to really write down their feedback and give it to the speaker. I don't know if people really put their messages online to give the feedbacks. I don't really think that happens. So try and make a conscious effort of having at least feedback slips, if not for voting, if not voting slips. And I think we just missed out on two major votes today, which was the chameleon and the Akhanto, which I think Toastmaster does not really recommend. It is very, I mean, ideally it is not very good to miss out on some important votes in a meeting. We should be having all the role players, irrespective of the length or other roles in the meeting. So let's try and make sure to not avoid any role players going forward. And in case we have any doubts, we can definitely reach out to anybody in the district about it. We do have a lot of area directors from our club. And if not, we do have other approach to the people in district. So try and make sure that we follow the actual format of the meeting going forward. But as I said, the key of today's meeting for me was that all the role players were inside the room, and that indeed made me really, really happy. So that was it from my critical report. And over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammed. I would just one added point on the Toastmaster Mohammed. That we had if your speech has been purpose, objective, try to speak with the purpose. So if you check with its evaluation sheet, there are 3 points regarding speech purpose and in class and we made the speech purpose. So I didn't find any evaluation speeches that the speech purpose and So speaker need to be given initial like speech to the evaluator. So you can see the evaluation sheet. It's also mentioned there. So that's one added point for speakers and for your general information for the next time preparation. That's all. It was pleasure to be today's Toastmaster of the day. I hope you everyone enjoyed today's meeting. I am doing it. Now for the last segment of the meeting closure and moments of glory, and now going to back to our president, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghavendra. I would like to highlight few of the things that Toastmaster Raghavendra did today. The first thing that I really want to highlight on was a great line that he shared. Toastmaster is a safe place to fail, but the best place to succeed. Isn't it a great, amazing line? And now we got to Yes, I observed. Today his introduction to our figures were different. He talked not just for the evaluator who is going to evaluate the speaker, but also who is the mentor of that speaker. That I found really amazing. And going forward, we will try keep it in mind and we will try to keep the speaking it was not only like meeting format throughout the meeting of now it's time for me to tell some general feedback on this development we are attending today. One was the next is somebody. So I would request guests to come on stage and tell us that how to feel about the meeting and how the meeting can help us in their professional and personal growth. So let's see the meeting.
Hello once again, everyone. So basically, this was my first time that I was attending a speakathon session or meeting. I found it really interesting that not only there were speeches, but not only there were only speeches, but I find the other pattern a little bit more interesting because I get a chance to speak on the stage on certain topics that I shared on the session. In all, it was a great session. I find it interesting. Yep.
Now I will request the president of Toastmaster Club, Infosys, and also the IT area director for area bakery and Toastmaster and Toastmaster Karan. Distinguished Toastmaster Karan to come on stage and share his experience regarding this meeting.
Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for extending the invite and of course, Raghavendra as the development is delivering to me. Personally, I really love the idea of a speakathon because it brings out the best in all speakers. In my opinion, so it was really good to see all different kinds of speakers, delivering their speeches. Personally, my favorite was Toastmaster Insiya, to be honest, because I could relate with her speech the most because I gave a very similar speech about my mentor also in my introduction to Toastmaster mentoring projects. Personally, I could relate with her speech on that. Overall, the meeting was really good. I really enjoyed every minute of it. It was a pleasure. Like, sitting at the back, I was able to sit back and enjoy each and every minute of it. So it was really nice. Just one thing I would like to add to what Toastmaster Manpreet mentioned regarding the evaluations part of it is that this is something that my mentor told me is that you can give your perspective, your opinion as an evaluator. Like I felt as a speaker, you did this. So it is always your perspective or your point of view that you give to the speaker. Like you need not talk on behalf of the audience. Somebody would have felt it was nice, somebody would have felt it really offensive. It is your keep it as it is. Keep it. That is one thing that I just felt like I need to do so this but overall, it's a fabulous meeting, and I look forward to coming here and doing something new. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
For a district conference, convener to you can announce date and for the club registration.
I think it is best if it comes to district Chinese first after I announce it in some meeting. I think that would be good. Please watch out for that. So we have the district conference coming up. Watch out for the district social media channels. The details will be out there very soon.
After that, whenever I visit, then taking a point honestly. Thank you for that.
And I would like to thank all the guests and sitting Toastmasters for joining this meeting and sharing their feedback also. I know that you all are waiting for the moment of closing. But before that, I wanted to share one more announcement is that the Toastmaster of the month for January 2023 was Toastmaster Deep. But because he was not present in the past club meeting in person, that's why we were not able to give him appreciation. So I would request Toastmaster Deep to come on the stage. Okay, this guy went to yeah, thank you. I think Osman will be for taking the active participation in each and every role. For those who are not really aware of it, those who are joined really, I would like to inform you that each month we will hear the person who has participated most in the club community and the criteria for the same will be shared again on our official WhatsApp and the point for the same will also shared. We will be declaring the Toastmaster of the month for the next upcoming meeting. So stay tuned for that and try to take more and more roles in each and every meeting. Now let's come back to the current meeting, which is the principal. Now I would request our Zoom master to share the screen as well. And let us declare who are the winners for today's meeting. As there were only two votes, one for the best speaker and one for the best predator. So let us go ahead. The best speaker for the meeting number 427, both to those one. Though we are trying to go paperless, that's why there is an initiative to go paperless and we are going the digital certificate. Thanks so much, Toastmasters, for that. I think I will again go back and see because there was my name mentioned in it. The best evaluator for today's meeting goes to distinguished. Sorry, not distinguished. Toastmaster Negative.
Thank you. I can tell.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. Toastmaster Venkateshwar. Now there are no further announcement to be made. I declare this meeting as closed and the room is open for. Thanks so much. Request to come for participation.